Okay, where was I? Where was I? My day. I woke up ungodly early, which is just unheard of. It doesn't happen. You know, I'm like notorious for, you know, being a late sleeper, and my family still hasn't, you know, got their heads around it. When I was performing a lot with my band, they'd be like, "What did you get up at 4?" Like, well, you know, I was out till 5. So it's normal. It's normal. I always want to be like, what were you up at 8? It goes straight over their heads. So I woke up early and I decided to call my mother, which is always a mistake. And this was about 8:30, and by 8:45, without even realizing what I was doing, I was drinking out of a bottle of grapefruit vodka. No, everything's fine, Mom. Hold on. Hey, can you hold on a second? And thinking, what is grapefruit? You know, okay, it's a breakfast treat. I can make this work. I'm not an alcoholic. My mother can be exhausting. And you know, everybody has a family that they think takes the cake, and they don't. I'm just gonna let you know right now. You can feel better about yourselves right now because I win. I win this game. I always win. My grandmother died last week, and it's hard when it's really a complicated thing when somebody in your family dies and you don't care. And people are coming up to you and doing the condolences, and you're like, oh, yeah, I know. Oh, it's so sad. I seriously just thought there is one less Stevens on this fucking earth. Oh, God, thank you for helping humanity by leaving right now. My family, okay, I'll start by saying I'm half German, and my father actually immigrated, you know, so I'm really half German. And I always tell people I'm half German and half hee-haw because my mom's family are Church of Christ Texans, and we'll get back to them. They're insignificant at this point. We're talking about the Germans. My Germans are my German family. They're the type of people, the type of German people that make you understand how the Holocaust happened. Sorry. They just don't confront anything. Nothing, you know? I mean, we could be having strudel by a ditch filled with burning corpses, and I'd be going, oh my God. I mean, you guys understand? And my grandmother would go, have more strudel. Nothing to see, have more strudel. Don't disobey. And the theme of my family basically was don't be a pussy. Yeah. Don't be a pussy! This was the wisdom that my family imparted to me. So, I digress. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, my grandmother. Enough of her. I'm bored with her. All right.
Your day.
My day. Oh, my day. You're right. My drink. My drink and then my day. So, this is great. Anyway, that's the whole grandmother dying story. I get this phone call from my half-sister who is just hysterical. And I get this text of her debutante picture. My half-sister is an Alamo Heights. Who's familiar with San Antonio? Anybody? I'm sorry. Anyway, Alamo Heights is kind of the ritzy-titsy area of old money, you know, usually dwindling, but everyone is really fucking self-righteous about it. And she's everything that I'm not, you know, the little blonde, perfectly perky, she's perky, hi everybody, hi. And she had a debutante party where she did the Queen's coronation in a $50,000 dress. Yeah, you know, her mother is extremely rich and my mother's extremely tall. Yeah, she gets a house in Puerto Vallarta. I get to be tall. So anyway, she sends me this picture, and it's her debutante picture, and apparently my aunt sold all of my grandmother's shit, including this debutante picture, and it was found in a really seedy little antique store hanging next to a velvet Elvis. And she told me this, and I fell over laughing. Just with, like, I could not, I just think I laughed for about 6 hours because she was mortified. And I thought, oh my God, it would be so pleasant if that was the thing that I thought was the worst thing that could possibly happen. Then I found out that my aunt had actually sold my grandmother's funeral plot. Yeah. Oh my God. Shit doesn't happen. Whose family is? Oh shit, it's mine. Okay. Yay. Anyway, I've been trying to figure out how to work all of this into a memoir, and it's challenging. It's like, where do you begin? But I think what I'm going to do right now is talk about my dad, who was a fucking lunatic. And I don't blame him. I mean, his mother was no peach, you know, but he was actually just completely fucking wacko. And he died last year, and it was a tragic death. And I spent my entire life hoping beyond hope that he would get hit by a bus. You know, praying every day to a God I don't believe in. Please, just fucking just get a bus, please. And it didn't happen. So he wound up getting Huntington's disease, which is a horrible, horrible brain disease. And I spent years helping take care of him. And at that point, and this is where I become very not funny, I would have done anything to save him. I would have severed a limb. And I can't quite understand in my head how I went from hating him so much to wanting to do anything to take his pain away. And I wound up at the house in fucking San Antonio on a street ironically named Mesa Bonita. Just beautiful table. There was nothing beautiful about it. It was the most desolate place on earth. It was just empty, endless, nothing. And I was there with my father and came face to face with everything. And all of the years of him being torturous just kind of melted away, and all I wanted to do was take care of him. And he went into the bathroom one time, and it affects your motor skills. It fucks you up from head to toe. I mean, there's just no area that isn't totally just torn apart by this disease. And he fell in the bathroom and hit his elbow, and blood started squirting everywhere, and then he started peeing blood and pee and water, and just a fucking disaster. And I walked in and I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna fucking do? Because he's 180 pounds. And I sit down on the floor with my sweats, and I spend an hour mopping up all of this liquid with my pants and doing everything I could to figure out how to get him off the floor. And I finally did. And when I did, I got him in a chair and we hugged each other like we were just pulled from the wreckage of the Titanic. And in a way we were, you know, because that was what our lives were like. It's still, in a lot of ways, what my life is like, because I have this disease now. And anyway, yay, fun. If I could tap right now, I would. It'd be really... I keep thinking I want to do a show where I do all of this in commedia dell'arte, you know, like Italian clowns, because I can't think of any way to do it where it isn't just so fucking incredibly sad that it's unbearable. So anyway, okay, that was depressing. Let's move on to something funny. Yeah? Okay. I kept thinking that I was going to tell these funny stories about my dad. You know, that I was going to spend the entire evening just... Because he was such an amazing character, because he was totally fucked up in every conceivable way, but he was also a doctor and fucking brilliant and totally twisted. And we have the same sense of humor, and his favorite movies were Dr. Strangelove and, what is that? I'm forgetting the other one. Dr. Strangelove and something. But his favorite band was that guy. Anyway, he had this quirky sensibility, and I loved him for that. But he was also the guy that showed up at my house, and every time he was there, I would have this, look of abject horror. Like, what the fuck is going to happen right now? I'm either going to have fun, or I'm going to wind up dead. And one time I had gotten fired from a job, and he showed up in full fatigues. This was after he was already sick and not quite right. And he said, "It's July 4th. We're going to blow something up." Okay, what? He was like, "I need a mason jar. Do you have a mason jar?" Okay. So he goes in, and I was living with these hippie chicks at the time, and these bitches used my grandmother's china for dog bowls, so I felt pretty okay about pouring out the quinoa. Yeah, so he poured it out. We go to a gas station, and again, my dad's a doctor, It's not like he's some survivalist fucking, psycho that way. He's psycho in completely other ways. So we go, and he stuffs it with rags, and then puts gasoline in it. And he has this thing of M80 firecrackers. And we're driving around, he's like, "I really want to blow up a dumpster." And so he gets antsy. He's like, "Oh, I gotta fucking blow something up. I gotta blow something up right now. Just stop. There's a drainage ditch. I'm gonna blow up that ditch." Okay, here's how it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go up to the ditch, Stephanie. I'm gonna light the firecracker. I'm gonna roll it in. I'm gonna get in the car, and when I say drive, you drive. Got it? So he does this, and so the whole time, like I'm gripping the wheel white-knuckled, and just cannot fucking believe that there's no way I can stop this. And he rolls it in and jumps in the car and screams, "Drive." And as I'm speeding off, I look into the rearview mirror, and there is a 30-foot wall of fire just across the street, up. I'm thinking, wow, it's kind of cool. And my dad looks at me, and with all serious goes, "Was that impressive?" Because I think that was impressive. Now the next time somebody fires you, you fire them. Know what I mean, Vern? Thank you.